Good evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and here's some of the top stories we have for you tonight. A young man is murdered in Grove once again. A warning for the community as robberies are on the rise. And you've heard of driving while intoxicated, but have you heard of driving while sleeping? We've got the exclusive. These stories and more up next on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, tragedy strikes again in Estate Grove, St. Croix, as a young man is shot and killed. The incident happened around 6 p.m. last night. News Channel 8's Wes Small is in Estate Grove.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. We're in the turf up here in Estate Grove Place, where we've had a homicide overnight. Here's what we believe. A young black man had a good day at the racetrack yesterday, but a bad day after he came home and celebrated. We believe it was in this field right here around 6 o'clock last night. And he was shot, and he was killed right here. Another young man was shot and wounded, and he ran off. He is now in the hospital being treated. I could tell you that, again, reports are that he had won some money at the track. He was in this area. Somebody came up to him possibly, said, "What do you say now?" Pump, pump, pump. Fired close range shots to him. Robbery then could have been the motive. We believe that this victim was stripped down to his underwear. I don't know if they were searching for the money or what have you, but he was found in this area about half naked. EMT responders got here. We also understand that possibly the body wasn't picked up until 11 o'clock last night. This is what witnesses on the scene report. Also possibly this man had just been released from prison. Also about the fact that he just had a child, a newborn child brought into this world. Also, we believe this could be homicide victim number 58. Reports are still sketchy. Next of kin has not been notified here. So with that, let's repeat. It was around 6 o'clock last night. A young man had a fruitful day at the racetrack, came here with his so-called friends in this area celebrating. Perhaps money was flashed. Perhaps he was set up. Somebody came close range and shot several times. He fell dead here. Another young man was shot and wounded. He is now in Juan Louis Hospital. If you know anything about another senseless killing in Estate Grove, then you should call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS, 1-800-222-8477, or you can always call 911. I'm Wes Small in Estate Grove for News Channel 8.
And we now go to breaking news here at Sunny Isle area, where we have a robbery in progress. News Channel 8's Wes Small is there.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. This is a breaking story right now. Here's Deputy Police Chief Chris Howell. As you can see, some officers are talking to an individual. We are in the area of Barron Spot and Strawberry leading to Sunny Isle, where just a few minutes ago there was an armed robbery involving two suspects as they accosted and robbed a man near the Department of Finance. This information just seconds coming in. I tried to warn you before, weeks ago. You need to be careful of your surroundings. The criminals are not waiting for nighttime. They're not waiting for isolated incidents. They're picking you off, not only on the Christiansted Boardwalk, as you go to and from your job. At Sunny Isle, near the Department of Finance, we understand that there was just a robbery just in progress. Now, the VIPD went up this area there. You might remember that area there. That's the same area where they found a murdered suspect in that cistern who was brutally beaten and stabbed. You remember that? That was some months ago. So we have K-9 and the VIPD in that area. We believe they've cordoned off from this area through also to Sunny Isle to try to find these suspects they're looking for, just involved in an armed robbery near the Department of Finance. Thanks a lot. Now you can see this is where the crime itself happened, near Internal Revenue Bureau. This is all exclusive footage. Deputy Police Chief Howell, security guards from Finance, other officers and detectives. Now everyone being interviewed. I have to tell you that on the way over here, the News Channel 8 crew encountered several people being stopped, especially if you were wearing black. If you're just joining us, here's what's going on. Just a few minutes ago, News Channel 8 got a call that there was a robbery right here near Department of Finance, Internal Revenue Bureau. At least 2 suspects armed robbed an individual here. We believe they could be dressed in black. Right now, we have several police units, as you can see, still detectives coming up to the scene. This is ongoing breaking footage as we have it. Details are still sketchy. We do know in the area of Barron Spot and Strawberry, they've been pulling over individuals. So we believe that there's 2 individuals in the Sunny Isle area, and the police detectives have now cordoned off Sunny Isle, and they're trying to track down these suspects. All right, we're not going to keep you, Chief, because I know you're trying to get these guys. What is going on?
Okay, we just had a robbery that occurred right here at the Department of Finance. Actually, in the parking lot, individual was robbed of a gold chain. So right now we're canvassing the area. We don't think the suspects made it out of the Sunny Isles area. I've got a canine unit that's going to be working the bush here, and I've got another unit that's actually going into the medical center itself. So we're looking for 2 individuals dressed in black. We're still investigating this case. The Detective Bureau is here on scene, along with members of the patrol division, and it's an ongoing thing. So we're trying to get these guys in custody. You know, this is I think the commissioner had warned, you know, as a result of the holiday season, we always see an increase in robberies, and this may be the start of them. So,
all right, can we get a chopper up?
Not in the time frame that would be,
yeah,
make it worthwhile.
All right, good luck. I hope you get these guys.
All right, thank you.
If we have anything before this show is over to give you, we are all over this one. News Channel 8 is all over this one, exclusively bringing it to you. Jerome, if I have any more, bro, I'll get it to you. Right now, I'm at IRB, Sunny Isle area. Back to the studio for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes Small, for that exclusive story. And at this point, there are no arrests in this case. And in other news, details are still sketchy, but at least 2 individuals were shot yesterday on the island of St. John. We don't believe either is life-threatening, and we will have more on this situation. And here on St. Croix, the robbery situation just gets worse and worse. Here's Wes Small with more.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. That was not the only crime to talk about then over the weekend. Don't forget, we had a lot of saturated patrol, as that's still going on, and also DUIs to talk about. I'm on the stretch of the Christenstead Boardwalk then between, like, the Boo Pub, Sticks, and also Rum Runners, going all the way down to Angry Nate's. I've been telling you before that several times we have individuals checking out victims, people just having a good time eating and drinking. Then as it gets around after midnight, 1 o'clock, 1:30, that's when the problems usually arose. Well, the VIPD, they've got surveillance in this area. They've had canine and they've had bicycle patrol here. Well, the suspects are so good now that they watch and see when the police officers kind of get off duty. They know their schedule. And lo and behold, as soon as they kind of leave the area, that's when these guys pounce on you. So we have an individual who was robbed at knife point, at least, as he left Angry Nate's area. We did have 3 individuals that were being watched by the VIPD. And as they moved closer, the individual started to scurry. One person was detained, and even though he wasn't found with anything on him, he was really belligerent, threatening, and he was also charged with like trespassing and disturbance of the peace because he just wouldn't calm down. And the owners of the establishment wanted him out of the area. Also, we did have another individual picked up in the area, and he had like a scale on him, which led police to believe he was dealing some type of narcotics out here. We're trying to get all of this situated. We also have a prominent businessman who was found dead in the Seven Hills area. Details are still sketchy. It happened around 6 o'clock last night at the same time of the homicide in Estate Grove. We have a man in his late 50s, early 60s, we believe. We believe that he had an electric chainsaw out and cutting some bush. When his wife came home or came outside, she followed and traced the electric cord. He was in the bushes, found dead. Now, details are still sketchy. Autopsy results are pending. Next of kin is pending. I know who it is, but I can't tell you the name just yet. Another thing, we don't know that if this, we believe that he didn't die from foul play. We believe he possibly had a stroke or a heart attack. Possibly that cord could have gotten into some water, and perhaps he electrocuted himself. Also, we understand that he was working on his boat prior, so perhaps he just overdid it and he was tired, and unfortunately he was found dead. We'll try to get more details to you for that. So now you're caught up on all the weekend's events. I'm Wes Small on the boardwalk in Christiansted for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes, and we now know the name of the man from Seven Hills that unfortunately was found dead by his wife yesterday. It was 60-year-old Paul Gillette, and our condolences here at WSVI to his family. And let's check in with our nonprofit group, 10,000 Helpers.
10,000 Helpers of St. Croix, which educates the public about mental illness and houses the homeless, is looking for your donations today, and we're having a collection drive outside of Plaza East. We would love to have your donations, can be checks or cash, just to get us through the Christmas season. We do get the government appropriation eventually. It is never enough to cover the needs of our homeless. We have transitioned 38 men from homelessness into active functional life, into their own apartments over the last 2 years, and we're hoping to do more of that in the next year. So we do need your donations, and we look forward to having you visit us at Plaza East or mailing in your donations to this address. It is 10,000 Helpers, 61A Hospital Street, Frederiksted, St. Croix 00820. So we look forward to having your donations and knowing that our homeless will have a place where they can go, where they can be taken off of drugs and alcohol, where they can learn how to flush a toilet again and how to transition into cooking for themselves, taking care of themselves, and to getting work, because we do help them to get work. So we look forward to having your donations. Thank you very much. I'm Jillian Royce, chairman of the board of 10,000 Helpers.
And when we come back from this break, the story you've all been waiting for, an exclusive on News Channel 8, driving while sleeping. Stay with us if you can.